Here's my friend from the Damage Report, John Iadarola, and he's discussing the book burning that is, well, not so much banning. They're attempting to ban LGBTQ books or books that they deem to be sexually immoral, explicit, and simply because they are LGBTQ, they are deemed as explicit. Let's take a listen to this breakdown by my friend John Iadarola over there at the Damage Report.
Going on all over the country. In Virginia, in Texas, they had a list of over 850 books that they don't think your kids should be able to read. Screw your parental rights, not you, only them. And now we have this. Specifically in Virginia, the Spotsylvania County School Board has directed staff to begin removing books that contain quote unquote sexually explicit material from library shelves and report on the number of books that have been removed at a special called meeting next week. Specifically, there were these books in the LGBTQIA section that like a parent had a problem with, so your kids don't get to read those now. The criteria for pulling books from circulation this week is sexually explicit, but the board plans to refine how material is determined to be objectionable for a further review of library holdings. The Cortland representative and board member Rabi Abu Ismail said, "I think we should throw those books in a fire." Livingston Representative Twigg said he wants to quote, "see the books before we burn them so we can identify within our community that we are eradicating this bad stuff." And I'd always sort of thought that if you're gonna like launch this sort of like Christian fascist campaign, like just don't do the most obvious Nazi things. Like they couldn't pass the don't burn the books test.
I'm more laughing at the guy who said, wait, before we burn it, let me take a look at it.
Let's look at it. Being right, like what the hell?
Because he's like, I think we should throw these books in the fire. Cortland representative board member Rebine said, he said, I want to see the books first before we burn them, so we can identify within our community that we are eradicating this bad stuff. Somebody's going to keep a copy in his bedroom.
Oh, right. What's funny though, what's really funny about all of this, you know, it is very neo-Nazi kind of like BS, but this once again is these parents trying to protect their kids from shit. I mean, stuff that's y'all worried about in school, bruh. These kids got phones, internet, and TV. So regardless if you burn these mother sucking books or not, they still gonna find it. They still gonna read it if they want to. All this crap that you are doing is in vain. It is really literally in vain. Honestly, you wasting your time because y'all ain't got a damn thing else to do. Y'all got kids out here getting COVID and dying and stuff, but y'all worried about some damn books. Man, get the hell on out of here.
James, I just on two levels, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you, man, because I hear the mental anguish that you go through to try to not cuss, and I appreciate I really do.
It'd be a lot. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Especially you just want to be like these bleepity bleep 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 mother bleepers bleep got bleeping bleepers. But to your other point, the other reason I appreciate you is because you're right. I mean, these parents are like, and I don't think it's all. Listen. I don't even think they really care about their children. They can't.
Man, they can't, man. They absolutely can't.
Because you already nailed it. They let their kids get sick and die of COVID. You're more concerned about whether or not your child, and again, I want to see what they define as explicit. Because you know what I think because listen, school libraries are tame. Let's just be real. School libraries are tame. Like you go to some of these bookstores, like you get some real stuff over there. Fine. School libraries, they probably have a book that has a pride flag on it. And somewhere on page 72, two boys kissed and they lost their minds. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Let's burn these books. Except for the one guy who wants it so he can put it underneath his mattress first. But I digress.
But hey, here's the other part of that. All these damn books in the library. How y'all figure out what stuff is sexually explicit? Are you just going to the internet and just putting in sexually explicit books in
my library,
such and such school? Like, is that how you doing this? Because ain't nobody reading all these books now. Y'all know that, right? I mean, we're not dumb, right? We do know this.
Bro, listen. James, They said they want us to believe that they went to these libraries and actually read. Come on now.
And then let me juxtapose it again. Who the hell going in the library anyway to read these books? These kids ain't going in that damn library.
Oh man. And I'm about to really make them mad. If the gay agenda wants your kids, no, I'm stop.
Child, we ain't got them on the kids. They already there. They didn't already cross over when they came out the womb, baby. They just gonna find out when they get older. You gonna find out when you probably dead and gone or when you get older too. So don't worry, it's already out there. The gay agenda is already instilled in your child. Point blank, period. Okay.